Animal sex, though, the weird thing is it rarely seems consensual.
Yeah.
There's always like, even if it's like
but it is.
two birds, they're like chasing each other around. Like,
right.
Leave her be.
But it's like she wants him to earn it because she needs to know he's got, good genes.
I feel like you're an animal apologist, and I can't get on board with that.
Isn't that how it works though? Like the female lions, they want to watch the lions fight, and then
that lion gets but they kind of bite back, Oh,
do they?
I hunt. I'm an avid hunter, as you
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I have a YouTube channel. It's called The Woke Hunter, and I just murder any animal that seems to be making a female animal uncomfortable.
Lift off. The clock has started.
Hey, Hesbos. Welcome to Hesby Street. I'm Torio Van Grol. This over here is Zack Chapaloni. You can catch us live all over the country. Go to HesbyStreetPod.com. We'll be together doing a live podcast August 21st in San Francisco. I'm going to be in San Diego this Saturday, July 29th with Emily Catalano. I will be in Denver October 14th. I will be in Washington, D.C. August 11th and 12th. Be around L.A. a little bit if you're here. Anything else for you?
I will be at the Comedy Store for Up Next. Very excited about that. This Friday, the 28th. Then I will be at the Madhouse Comedy Club in San Diego, August 10th. And then after that, I'll be at the Punchline San Francisco, August 16th through 19th, before I get to do a very special live podcast.
And if you are in Tahoe, August 1st through 3rd,
we'll be waiting in the lake.
We'll be in the water. Come hang out with us. We will not be performing any comedy.
Unless you consider me peeing in the lake performing.
And me going, yuck, but not getting out of the water.
Yeah,
and people are like, does he actually not care?
Like, why is the bottom half of his face still in it? I'm like, don't. He doesn't want to talk about it.
So that's where we'll be. Patreon.com/Hesby Street has a bonus episode every Friday. Please give us your money. The AC bill has gone through the roof.
Yeah. Once you found out that we could have AC on,
it hasn't gone off.
He's been cranking it.
Yeah. I think that's it. Any more announcements?
Now, next we're going to find out if you can hear Torio's foot massager. Just keep adding it.
Just keep adding noises.
Speaking of adding a noise.
Oh, hey, there we go. You get better and better every week. Just when I think you couldn't do better at that music.
Well, you're always thinking I can't do better.
I think that's what motivates you.
Yeah, it does. It's a fire under my fucking booty tang.
Mm-hmm.
How
fire under your booty tang?
Yeah,
it's the new wind beneath my wings.
You are the fire beneath my booty tang. What's been new, dude? You went and saw movies?
I went and saw some of a movie.
Oh, that's right.
I went and saw Oppenheimer. Got to about just before the 2-hour mark, which I've been told is when the bomb goes off. A fire alarm went off. Not even in our theater. Our theater was completely silent, but the movie went off and the lights went up. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, they'll figure it out. Some bunch of people leave. I think they go to the bathroom. Or
how do you know that? Like, did they make an announcement?
No. So then people came back in and were like, "There's a fire alarm going off." So I waited 2-3 minutes. Emily and I went, and then we finally left. We're like, well, I guess we'll use the bathroom, see what's going on. There's no like communication at all.
Yeah.
It's just pure chaos,
yeah.
Which like is a bummer.
Yeah.
Or like, which I understand. Most of the employees there are making minimum wage. They're just selling popcorn and sodas.
They don't care.
But the one manager.
Who cares?
Who cares? I mean, I did feel for her, but she was like, people are like, well, can we wait inside? Because it's so hot outside. It's like 100 degrees in Burbank.
Right.
And she's like, no, everyone has to leave the building. The fire department has to come in. Then when it's cleared. So we just went home.
Okay. Do you think people stuck around and were like, I'm seeing the end of this fucking thing?
Why but to stay on schedule with the other movies, I'm assuming they had to just cancel, right? I mean, what could you do?
So they refunded you guys?
You can't back everything up. I got a refund. It took a while.
Why? Because they argued you saw the majority of the movie?
Well, no, because I left. So I was like, because there were so many people that were making us leave. You couldn't get a refund there.
Oh, right.
So I bought through the app. I'm an A Stubbs member.
Yeah.
A-class.
Gold star.
A-class Stubbs AMC member. So I called the
Stubbs
on
just
the
sounds
app.
like not a luxurious thing. You're like, I'm A-class Stubbs. Where's my red
Hey,
carpet?
where's my Stubbs? I don't wait in line for duds. Yeah, milk duds. I call them duds. I don't wait in line for my duds, and I don't wait in line for my refunds. I don't know what the fuck.
A-class? No. A-class Stubbs. You stop pushing that butter button when I say so, buddy. A-class Stubbs.
What do you mean it's out? Reload it.
I don't care if the bag's slipping out of your hand. It's going to burn you when I say stop.
I want you to butter your hands, and then I want you to try to replace the bag.
Massage it. Massage it like
Just for my
kale.
own fun. It's going to be slipping and sliding.
And then butter the milk duds. You got a problem with that? You could just tell it to my A-class Stubbs pin.
I paid $4 a month for this. So then, just to go over the quick how I got my refund, it was funny how on the app, there's like customer service, and you click on it, and then the app goes, oh, this is uncomfortable. This might end up in the bloopers. This page doesn't work anymore. But in a fun way.
Right, movie stuff.
Fine. So then I call the number, and the number goes straight to voicemail. It says, we do not have phone customer service anymore. Please contact us on Twitter or Facebook. To which I'm like, that's so funny. This is the only way I can do this.
Yeah.
So
you mean X?
Yeah, you mean X?
I got to get the X app.
So I X'd them.
Okay.
Is that what it's called now?
DMX'd them.
DMX them. And they gave me a refund right away. Weirdest process ever.
That is bizarre.
But so we drove home. I get home. The Padre game's on. So I'm like, all right, something else to do.
Yeah.
They immediately go into a rain delay.
Rain delay? Where are they?
They're in another city.
Oh, okay.
So I text Emily as a joke, like, I think it was my bad karma that
Yeah.
caused the movie thing.
Yeah.
Because everything's going wrong.
Something's
today.
in
I can't even
retrograde.
And she goes, my car broke down on the freeway. I'm like, so it's your fault.
What happened to her?
Like, I don't know.
You just know it broke
I
down?
called her.
Like, was
Maybe
it
I just texted her. I was like, you want me to come get you? And she's like, no, there's a cop here. He's going to help. And I was like, damn. Haven't heard from her since. Oh, she made it. Emily, I know you're a longtime listener. Yeah.
Is she doing comedy anymore? That's going to be our next question. I actually she doesn't do comedy.
She has a show tonight at the Comedy Store, so if I don't see her, I'll know.
Then you'll know she
Follow
died
up.
on that
She
freeway.
died on that freeway. Well, what a rough day.
That is a bad one.
Yeah.
I think I think someone's moon is doing something.
Something's doing something.
Yeah.
It's the worst movie for this to happen because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-hour movie, and it's dense. It's not the kind of movie you want to, like, rewatch.
But you don't think, okay, my dumb brain would go like, all right, now I can really catch everything. Because I miss stuff. You know my brain.
I mean, I'll go see it again. Probably tomorrow
right.
when I have my first free time.
I'd be down to go with you tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Fuck yeah. I'm excited to see that movie. I have a really funny... Wait.
My other plan was to see Barbie and just time it so when Barbie got out, I just duck into Oppenheimer.
The second half of Oppenheimer.
I watched the last hour.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. But if you go, I'll go.
Yeah. It's funny
Someone
because...
at the store, before you keep going, speculated.
Keep going. I haven't even begun.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Before you start a
Yeah,
new
yeah, yeah.
topic. Was convinced that an actor did it, and they're trying to... Because everyone will get refunded. They're trying to, like, hurt the sales of the Barbenheimer weekend. Which is a funny idea. I don't think that's...
Such a small dent on, like, a
well,
grand
it's not just
scale.
such a small dent. Well, I mean, it is thousands
One
of
movie?
dollars. Well, if they had planned that.
Right.
But also, wouldn't that just prove to the... I don't know what that does. Because aren't you just proving to them that movies make them money? Put us back in movies?
I don't understand.
You understand their logic, right?
Yes.
But why would... Even if you had everyone pull the fire alarm and you cost this movie like $10 million...
Yeah.
Is that going to hurt them? To a degree that they're like, end the strike?
Oh. I didn't realize you were doing it in this side of like striking and getting back at corporate America. No, that doesn't.
They're just doing it just as like an act of defiance.
But I mean, we're not in those rooms. Like, we don't understand. We're like 150 million. They did 190. All of you should be fucking crying and begging for your jobs.
guess.
You know, like I don't understand how those anything with a boardroom involved. They could be playing paper football for all I know.
Yeah,
I
that's a
do
good
not
point.
get it. It is funny though that the fact that it was a fire alarm and it was Oppenheimer. Like I kind of was picturing that like it went off in the theater, and for like 10 minutes, you guys like, no, this is part of it. Did we get an 4XD ticket? I thought we just got 2D. I really want to see Oppenheimer, and I had the funniest. Elizabeth works very hard.
Yeah.
I can't blame her for not knowing what everything is and every new movie that's out, because like I don't know what our insurance costs. You know, like she's a practical. Her mind is on practical things, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I need to know these things.
Yeah.
But it was the funniest thing in the world, because you have to picture someone not knowing what Oppenheimer is at all.
Yeah, I had a similar thing happen.
Okay, so she goes and she hits it so perfectly. She goes, I want to see Barbie. And I go, yeah, I'm down to see Barbie. I heard it's really good. I go, I kind of want to see Oppenheimer. And she's like, what is that? I'm like, what is Oppenheimer? She's like, Oppenheimer? I'm like, Oppenheimer. She's like, yeah, I'm seeing that around. I'm like, you don't know what it is just by looking at like the posters? She's like, Zach, I don't know. She goes, I don't know if it's history. I don't know if it's Marvel.
I had the same
she
thing.
She goes, I'm at a red light right now. I see it. Is he like a Sherlock Holmes guy? And then she goes, I go, take a picture of the thing, of the poster, the billboard you're looking at, and tell me what. She's like, I'm looking at it right now, and it's got the fire and the thing behind it. I'm like, okay, so what could the thing be? She goes, that's a time machine. I'm like, cheers. I'm like, I can see how it's Marvel to you. I can see how it's Sherlock Holmes. Yes. And I can totally see how that is a fucking time machine.
That is funny.
Because I don't remember the atom bomb looking like that. It looked like the...
No, the poster doesn't do it. Yeah. Oh, right. I was talking to a comic, and I was telling him my Oppenheimer story, because it had just happened. And he was like, yeah, what is Oppenheimer? You know? And I didn't know him well enough to, like, clown him at all.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just like, oh, it's just like, and then before I could answer, I was like, you know, took a moment to kind of like, where do I, because you don't want to be like, you don't know who Oppenheimer is, but you also want to know, do you know who Oppenheimer is before I explain this? Because then if you don't even know who it is, I wasn't sure what he meant.
I just say it's the guy who invented the atom bomb.
Right, but I wasn't sure if he knew that much. Anyways, and he was like, is it like a comic book thing? And then I was like, okay, now I know.
Right.
Now I know where to start.
Is this
But then I just said, oh, he was just the guy that invented the atomic bomb. And then there was this moment of like, I felt like maybe he felt like, oh, I should know that. I should have known that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you just told me the name Oppenheimer, you know, I get it all confused with like Nazi era. You know what I mean?
Like
Heisenberg, Himmler, I think was one. Goebbels.
They were more like generals.
Okay.
Goebbels was like an evil...
The scientist. Goebbels was
he
the
like
gas machine,
the medicine guy, the evil doctor?
Yeah.
Right.
So all those names, like it's kind of like in that
No, I don't
sphere
clown anyone for not knowing who Oppenheimer
of like
is.
history and bad.
Yeah.
And it feels very fucked up to like not knowing feels bad a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like so many people died.
Right.
But there was like a weird
But it's also like
fun fact about Oppenheimer.
The person that knows a lot about Oppenheimer and Goebbels and Himmel.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Himmler, yeah.
Himmler? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Then I'm like, well, why are you so into it?
Well, I mean, being into history
is interesting, but like when you get a little too into Nazis,
right?
Then it's like, okay.
Right. Mein Kampf, actually just a good read. There was a funny image though that like one of my history accounts.
I heard it wasn't. I heard it was like grammatically and just kind of not a good book.
Really?
That's what I've heard. I've not read it. Kyle Dirksen read it.
Damn, you're outing him. Mm-hmm. That's something he would do.
Yeah, it is something he would do.
He listens to metal. Mm-hmm. So, there's a funny, like, fun fact revealed about Oppenheimer. And it was, like, this retro photo. Apparently, he was, like, really proud of his leaping ability. So there's these old photos of him just, like, jumping and touching the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And you're just picturing, like, the greatest mind in the world smoking a cigarette being like, the weight of the world is upon me. And then he walks into a room, he's like, bitch, I could touch that ceiling. Like, just picturing the greatest mind being like, I could hit that streetlight.
Well, I think they did a good job of it. I don't think I'm going to spoil anything of like Cillian Murphy very subtly being like, yeah, you have to remember this guy's like those scientific minds are like
Dweebs.
Yeah, and also like are bad at. I think bad at like maybe thinking about how things should work in the other realm. You know, of like the social, like how social relationships and stuff like that kind of operate. Because to them, it's all black and white. It's ones and zeros.
Binary.
And, So
nothing's binary anymore.
No, everyone's binary. Wait, you're non-binary.
No, they're
non-binary.
Yeah, nothing.
Right. Nothing's binary.
Nothing's binary.
I'm not. What am I? So I'm cisgendered white male.
Yeah.
Right, straight.
Yeah.
But what?
AKA the problem.
The problem, absolutely. Thanks, Barbie.
I got
for
you.
letting us know.
Is that what that movie's about?
No, there's like people. I haven't seen it,
Okay.
so I can't speak to it.
Okay.
But there's like the jokes are like that it's anti-men, but I don't think that's true. I think that's just the right wing losing their shit.
Yeah.
Money talks though, baby. They did 150 million,
Yeah.
and
You know what I thought of recording? I just thought of it today. I was telling my brother. I was like, we could record this and it would go viral if we just posted it on Facebook, because every right-wing extremist posts on Facebook and Twitter X or whatever the fuck. Everyone would be like, this is the problem. It's a fake 911 call where I'm afraid to gender assign the burglar. And the dispatcher's pissed off at me, and I'm like, they went out. How many of them? Just one. Is it a man, or I'd rather not say? What do you mean you'd rather not? I go, that's not up to me.
I don't know. And what's their? How do you describe them?
Like, just a being.
Like their ethnic. You know, are they white, black, Latino?
I would say they're American because they said, give me all your shit, bitch.
Okay.
So they know English fairly well, but I would never venture to.
Height? Can you give me height and weight?
I'm uncomfortable. Well, their height is, I would say, maybe around my height, which is 6 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Weight, I would not dare to even make them feel any sort of way.
Okay. So, like...
I've been shot, by the way.
We're sending an ambulance, but
Cool.
just while we have the time.
Yeah.
So all you know about them is that they're 6 feet tall-ish.
Yeah.
Their gender, if you had to label it, like if you had to check a box, male, female.
I'd say somewhere between, like, unicorn and queer.
Okay, so they're not a man.
I don't know what they are.
And they're not a woman?
I don't know. They might be both.
Okay. Let's get off gender for a second
Okay.
and get back to weight.
Okay.
Would you consider them in shape or out of obese?
I'd say they're doing the best they can.
So obese.
No, not necessarily.
All right. I'm going to put chunky. Would that be fair?
That feels mean.
Okay.
How about just bravely plump?
Okay. If you bravely plump.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put fat.
I don't.
And then getting back to ethnicity.
Yeah, which I would never want to do.
Right. You said they're American.
I said they spoke English fluently.
Okay. No accent.
No accent that I could detect.
Okay. And their skin tone. If you were to be offering them sunscreen, what SPF would you give them? Suggest.
That's a great question, officer.
I'm not an officer. I'm just a 911 dispatcher.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know how it works over there. I'm so mired in, as you can see, what my day-to-day is. I would leave a full array for them because I would never dare choose for another person or being.
Right.
Not necessarily person.
So
not necessarily human.
They weren't human? Was this an animal?
We are all animals.
Okay.
We're all animals.
Okay. But just because I need to tell the officers on their way
Yeah.
what kind of cuffs to bring.
Right.
Would
there are different ones?
Yeah, for animals, there's
Oh, I
different
see.
handcuffs.
I see.
Would we need, are they just a normal human wrist that we should look out for? Or?
I would look out for a wrist. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember seeing a wrist. I don't want any restraints on them.
Okay.
Both like metaphorically
Okay.
and
You know what I'm
literally.
going to do? and I hate to tell you this,
Yeah.
I'm going to cancel the ambulance.
Okay.
I'm going to let you bleed out.
I'm very tired. I would just like to sleep.
Yeah. I think just for the betterment of everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a sweet escape from everything I'm trying to navigate right now. Good night.
Bye.
I think if you post that on Facebook, they're like, "This is the goddamn problem." You know, they would think it was real.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do a fake thing.
A fake 911 dispatch where we're afraid.
Also, why aren't we posting Why aren't we posting our stuff
Clips
on
on Facebook?
Yeah.
I kind of thought we were getting away from Facebook.
No, Facebook's blowing up.
I know X is blowing up now.
X is dead.
Really? I think they're paying.
X is dead. Yeah.
Let the Hesbos decide.
Yeah, tell us where to put.
I'll put it on Reddit.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Reddit gets taken down right away.
What do you use Reddit for? You personally?
Nothing.
You don't use it?
No.
I use it whenever I'm looking for an answer on the internet and the internet's like bullshitting. Mm-hmm. I put Reddit at the end of the question.
I have done that a few times.
And then it's people that have asked it.
Yeah.
You feel not alone.
It is a good place. Like, I was playing a game on my phone.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to beat this one
Yeah.
level. And I just typed in, I didn't have to type in Reddit, but Reddit was where I got my answer.
Yeah.
Like, you playing Vikings game? We got you.
Yeah,
dog.
right.
Like, all
Someone
right.
asked that question in 2014.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I'm fucking behind. Yeah, I asked the other day, where can I leave my car in LA to avoid street cleaning? And there are places, this is an interesting fact, good tip. There are places in LA that don't have street cleaning signs, but any time a car is left for 3 days in LA,
Yeah.
it is declared abandoned and taken away.
Yeah, I knew that. But it has to be, like, reported.
They have to see it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can sneak under the radar, but
Yeah. But if you're
Like-
going out of town for, like, 2
2
weeks,
weeks.
you can do that.
2 weeks was the person said their car was gone on Reddit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
You could ask anything, like, why am I into animal porn? They'll have answers for that.
Why are you into animal porn?
Oh, no, I'm not.
But why would...
No, I'm
Let's
not.
get off of it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just...
Anymore.
Nope.
Reddit helped.
Reddit has helped me in a lot of ways. I don't want to comment at all on animal porn.
You would like... okay.
Just animal porn. What a weird...
That is weird. Is it animals having sex with animals?
Yeah.
That seems okay. That's just nature then at that point.
Yeah.
It becomes less okay if you touch yourself to it,
Yeah.
but it's probably not illegal.
Animal sex, though, the weird thing is it rarely seems consensual.
Yeah.
There's always like, even if it's like
But it
two
is.
birds, they're like chasing each other around. Like,
Right.
leave her be.
But it's like she wants him to earn it because she needs to know he's got, good genes.
I feel like you're an animal rape apologist, and I can't get on board with that.
Isn't that how it works though? Like the female lions, they want to watch the lions fight, and then
That
they
lion
just
gets to
suck-
fuck, but they kind of bite back, you know?
Oh, do they?
I hunt. I'm an avid hunter, as
Oh,
you
I
know.
didn't know that.
Yeah, but I have a YouTube channel. It's called The Woke Hunter, and I just murder any animal that seems to be making a female animal uncomfortable. Look at that lion. What the fuck's he up to?
Funny.
Trying to procreate?
I was watching the Witcher. You ever watch that on
No,
Netflix?
I don't do fantasy that much.
The new season came out, and like the first scene of the new season,
Yeah.
it's like they're in hiding.
Okay.
So the Witcher, every time they go to a new town, he'll be like, "For your discretion," and he'll give the like innkeeper like a coin, a gold
Okay.
coin or whatever.
Oh, to like not
And
tell
then
people
they'll-
I'm here?
Yeah, and then they'll get caught and they'll go to a new place. And he had to do it like 4 times, and it was like, I kind of hope I get to do that one time in my life. Just
Be a fugitive?
no, just hand someone $100 and be like, "For your discretion." No, maybe just because I'm famous,
Oh.
and I just want like a.
If you said for your discretion, I'd go, I don't know what that, like, what does he want? Do we have, he wants discretion?
Is that
I'm in
like,
the kitchen in the back.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
have
is that
discretion?
like, is that on the specials? I
Is there
didn't
a
see the
new-
specials
I didn't see
tonight.
I'm late to work. And I don't know a lot of words.
Yeah, I will make him discretion.
Discretion.
I'll make it work. It's not special, but
Pierre! One order of discretion. It's just like a confused fish dish that's like,
for your discretion.
yeah. That's kind of cool, for your discretion.
Yeah, it
I
seems
feel
like
like
a
there's a
very-
modern way to say it. That's a little too fantasy
For
for
your
me.
discretion.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's like very like 50s gangster.
No, 50s gangsters easy. You didn't see nothing.
For your discretion.
No one's saying for your. You can do the accent all you want.
All right. I don't think you're wrong, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, maybe
So what would you say now?
you didn't see nothing.
No, but that seems like antagonistic. For this guy, how do you do it if you want to seem cool and like friendly? Like you're Zack
If anybody
Chapaloni,
asks, I wasn't here.
and you're trying to go to a brothel.
Yeah. Okay, just standard me. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you have TMZ on your shit.
Oh God, I haven't even accounted for that happening.
Yeah. So
I gotta remember
you go
that.
to
I'm
the
gonna be famous
brothel,
someday.
And there's a valet. It's a nice brothel.
Yeah.
You know, this is Reno we're talking about.
Right. Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
That's right. And you slap him a hundo,
Yeah.
and you say,
I go, Stan, how the heck are you?
but it's a new guy. It's not Stan.
Oh, it's a new guy.
It's a new guy, and you're like, oh, jeez.
I go, Stan here?
And they go, no, Stan. He parted. Yeah.
He what?
He left the world. He went over to the old Grey Havens, so to speak.
The old senior facility brothel?
Yeah.
Okay.
He lost it up here, but he didn't lose it down there. You know
Good
what
for
I mean?
Stan.
Yeah,
All right. And
he's
what
moved
is
on.
your name, kind sir?
My name's Brandon.
Brandon, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, Zach. I'm a big fan of your comedy.
Oh, yeah. So about that, as you know, I've been coming here for decades.
Uh-huh.
And I've gotten 86'd a few times. but
We've heard about it.
By
Yeah.
good graces of the Lord above. And look, this is a land of second chances. It's what my mom fought to get to this country for. So, yeah, I come to you, hat in hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you $100 here now. I'm reaching into my pocket,
Okay. Why
as you
don't
can see.
you do two?
200?
Yeah, why don't we do two?
That's fine. I'm not a
Okay.
businessman, as you know, as you've seen on TMZ.
Uh-huh.
I am trying to get them off my back as much as possible.
And how can I help?
If I give you these $200, what do you say? Anyone asks where I am? Anyone looks for my car? Tuck it away in the back. You never saw me.
Would you say you're looking for some discretion?
Discretion?
Yeah.
Like viewer discretion is advised?
Well, it's just, if anyone comes by,
Is that discretion?
yeah, I would, yeah.
So then what is viewer discretion?
Viewer discretion.
Like, don't talk about the movie you saw today?
Listen, man, do you want to see some titties or not?
Brandon. You saw me screaming down that dirt road to get to you, right? It's not because I don't want to see titties. I'll tell you that much right now. In fact, I'm proud of myself for talking to you this long. I just took a blue chew, left my hotel room, loaded a gun. It's kicking in hard.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, have fun in there, Mr. Chapaloni.
Okay, and discreet all of this, if you could. If you could just, even the loaded gun part, I'm not allowed to be carrying guns, as you saw from the last
That's
TMZ
fine.
thing.
On the way out, another 200. We discreet everything.
All right. Hey, Brandon, discretion is advised and appreciated. Thanks, Brandon. I will be in touch. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. You can keep it running, honestly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be an elite brothel. I want to be
You don't want to be Stubbs A member at a brothel?
I don't think I have it. And I'm like this. I feel like out of the two of us, I'm more the sex guy than you are.
Absolutely.
But I still think like every building has a ceiling or a roof. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
What if it became normalized? What if we legalized sex work and then it became convenient on your commute?
I just have too many questions. I'm not really familiar with it enough.
Yeah, me
like,
either.
Am I going to get a disease?
No, they would get tested. You could get tested. What disease are you afraid of?
I guess like chlamydia.
But they can fix that.
I know they can. But I just like don't want it.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, so we agree there.
Well, I'm just saying.
I also I feel like they're gonna all smell like cigarettes. I don't
Well,
want that.
it depends
My
on
dad smelled like cigarettes,
I
never got a boner near him.
mean, I don't think we should be trying to talk ourselves into it, but what does the future lie? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, I am not anti-sex work at all.
But you're married.
Yeah,
I think that door's closing for me. So,
marriage.
Yeah. So it's
Why?
sort of like I just don't think there's anyone for me.
Dude, Al Pacino just had a kid with his new wife. Or Robert De
but
Niro.
that's
one of
gross.
them.
I don't want to do that.
You're gonna do that. I'm gonna make you do that.
Don't make me.
You're gonna have to do
Don't
that.
make me.
You're going to find the one. She's just now being born.
No, I don't want to be that guy.
She'll be 28
I don't
when you
want to
meet
be
her.
that guy.
She'll be in her 30s. She'll be over the hill.
30 is fine. Okay, yeah.
She'll be 30. You'll
And
be
I'll
92.
be 60. Okay, fine. All right, I'm in. Yeah.
So
Fine.
marriage? No, continue. Marriage doors closing. You were making a point before I argued.
So if I stop dating,
Yeah.
then I got to start getting into sex work. At some point.
I see. So you would be the worker.
No, I wouldn't be the. No. I mean, like,
okay.
I'm not going to. There's no part of me that thinks I'll ever engage in getting a prostitute.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Right.
If you're alone in your 60s,
Yeah.
you don't want to, like, date a 30-year-old, 20-year-old. You might not be able to.
Right.
But, you know, who am I? Who am I
Yeah.
to judge those two people?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, okay, all goes well in your life. Mm-hmm. You're a successful comedian, entertainer, performer, maybe writer, showrunner, who knows? Dancer? Yeah,
why
who's
not?
to say no?
I could win
It's never
Celebrity
too
Dancing
late.
with the Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we all know, they all become famous dancers after that.
Well, I mean, to some.
Okay, yeah. And so you find love
Okay.
and you get married and have a family, have kids. That's like best case, right? That's
Sure.
the dream.
I don't know if I want kids, but yes, married,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So then, like, if it all doesn't go wrong, you become successful, prolific dancer, and then you're just like every few days coming out of a brothel. You know what it is? I can't picture you. It's like you ever see a guy smoking cigarettes and you go, that guy shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. Like they're holding it weird.
I'm not a walk out of a brothel guy, and I don't think I'll be a sex worker. But I guess what my thing is my like these, like, I see these guys like at comedy shows, and it's like they're
Like
60
players?
and they're with, like, if they're not, they're either prostitutes or they're like
Sugar babies.
or
Yeah.
like they're there for the money.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just, I would never want to do that.
You'll want to, like, for a night. It's like a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
You'll try it. It won't be as
I don't think I would enjoy
fulfilling.
myself.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm saying if those guys, rather than,
Like leaving a brothel.
I don't know which is worse.
Well, I just can't picture you because I'm picturing like a guy with like an unbuttoned like silk
not a
shirt, like
brothel.
smoking a cigarette.
I think when you get 60,
tattooed
I think
a
you
little.
stop caring as much too.
Sure.
I think at some point
Well-
the penis has to stop haunting you.
No, because there's medicine for that.
We have
now.
to end.
Okay,
This
but
podcast is way over time.
but with you, it's just gonna be like, hey, daddy, how's your day been? You're like, not good. I'm like burping a lot.
I got acid
I got.
right here.
And she's like, do you want? We have Tums at this brothel. You're like, do you have pretzels? Like you're gonna like have to. Brothels
Just
are gonna have to
something,
adjust to
whatever
you.
has like a low pH level.
Yeah. And she's like,
Yeah.
what's your fantasy girlfriend experience? Do you want me to beat you? And you're like, I was just thinking like we finish Oppenheimer.
And could you just rub my temples?
Rub my temples.
Just rub my
That's it.
temples.
And then tell me
And then turn
everything's
the
gonna be
AC
okay.
up. Yeah, tell me everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, blast the AC.
That'd be my perfect girlfriend experience.
And they're gonna be like, this is gonna cost extra, man. It's not the sex. Like I appreciate not having to have sex for
It's
money.
emotionally just exhausting.
It's draining, man. You gotta like be okay sometimes. Be okay. Come in and fuck me. I'll
Yeah.
pay you for that.
Yeah, they're like, when I have sex, I can zone out for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I gotta say everything's gonna be okay constantly, and you can tell when I don't mean it.
I do like pretzels. They make me feel nice.
And then, well, okay, now you're going into your own room. He went to his own room. He locked it. There's no one in. Do we kick him out for that?